2022 is going to be a huge year for Tesla updates and upgrades. Elon said himself, this is going to be the year of software, and according to leaks and rumors, a number of huge features are coming through the magic of those free over-the-air software upgrades to every single Tesla. But while that's all well and good, I've personally got a wish list of 10 or so features that I, and I'm sure many of you guys, would love to see come to our cars this year in 2022. Over the next 12 months, there are some major features Tesla could add through the power of software updates that would really sort of make your Tesla way better and way more functional. So here's what I want to see. Here's what, according to leaks and rumors, is coming in 2022. There's a whole lot to hear to get excited about, so let's dive in. But first, a huge thanks to Into the AM for sponsoring this video. They make some wonderful, beautiful apparel, but more on them in a bit. First up, let's just get the obvious out of the way and talk about CarPlay and Android Auto. These would be really nice, of course, to see, but coming a bit more back down to reality, something I'd love to see, that's actually doable, is just more streaming media options. Tidal is a nice consolation, and it was nice to see this sort of added recently, but I think all of us want the big ones, or at least the more popular ones. I'm talking Apple Music, Pandora, Audible, YouTube Music. There are tons of third-party music streaming options that I would love to see Tesla add into their built-in software infotainment system. Another important one that I think just makes so much sense, especially right now in 2022, and that is for Tesla to bring back EAP, or Enhanced Autopilot. And look, the full self-driving FSD controversy aside, the feature set of FSD is really cool. You can do a lot, but for $12,000 now, the price is a bit prohibitive. Of course, there is now the subscription model, which is a great option for $199 a month, but if you'd rather buy over rent, and that's exactly what EAP was for many years, but unfortunately, as it's been sort of brought back across other parts of the world, it is not a thing here in the United States. And for those unfamiliar, for a period of time, Tesla offered this package that was not full self-driving, but a step below, called Enhanced Autopilot. It was half the price of FSD and originally gave you Navigate and Autopilot, Auto Lane Change, Auto Park, and Summon, basically the best features of FSD for half the price. And it really only was missing that future of full self-driving. It didn't have the ability to stop at traffic lights or have self-driving capabilities on city streets. That auto steer functionality on the streets was missing. But if you really wanted those FSD features, then the investment in the full package was sort of worth it. That was an investment you'd pay, you'd get those features down the road, and it made sense for a lot of people. But if you didn't want that, then EAP was a great way to sort of get you some features now and save yourself some money. But I'd love to see Tesla bring that back. Maybe it's $5,000, $6,000, maybe it's $99 a month, maybe it's half the price down the middle. Whatever Tesla decides to do, that would be really cool to see. All right, now before we continue with more of my Tesla wish list of features for 2022, I want to take a quick break and tell you all about this video's sponsor, Into the AM. Now, Into the AM has been making ultra comfortable and premium clothing since 2012. They actually just celebrated their 10th birthday, and they are on a mission to help you express your energy, your creativity, and your passion with some high quality apparel that is comfortable and just looks incredible. And Into the AM has got a wide variety of high quality apparel, including a huge collection of graphic tees that are colorful with super vibrant ink. They've got a great fit and just look really cool. But if you're into something a little bit more subtle, a little bit more basic, their basic tees are like my go-to. They're ultra comfortable. They've got a great fit. They're very simple, minimal, great for filming YouTube videos, going to the gym, going to get a coffee, whatever the case may be. I love these basic tees from Into the AM. And not only is Into the AM making some really great stuff, but they've also got some really great deals going on right now as well for a limited time, like 3 graphic tees for just $60 and 3 basic tees for $45. But speaking of those basic tees, Into the AM is currently offering a buy one, get one promotion with their basic tees for a limited time. So if you want to grab some really comfortable, really great fitting basic tees from Into the AM, now is the time to do it and save, again, for a limited time. So if you guys want to learn more and take advantage of those limited time deals, hit the link right down below to learn more and start shopping right now, or you can head to intotheam.com/Robert10 and use my special coupon code Robert10 at checkout to get 10% off your order, some awesome apparel, some awesome savings, all for a limited time. Again, link down below, intotheam.com/Robert10. Use my coupon code Robert10 at checkout to save 10% off your order. Something that Tesla has been rumored to be working on for years, it actually seems like it's coming sooner than later, and that is a Tesla App Store for your car. We've heard rumors about this for quite some time, that Tesla was working on an app store. The developers could basically develop apps for your Tesla, and according to some recent reports from some sources, no credible or not, Tesla is working to develop an app store to release to their vehicles, and in a couple of ways, this does make sense. On one hand, this would sort of add way more functionality to your Tesla. We're talking games, we're talking streaming media options like music options, movie options, we're talking maybe utility apps, charging apps. There is so much functionality that third-party apps could add to your Tesla. It's sort of crazy to think about. Just think about your phone, what third-party apps can do to this hardware. The same can be even done more so with your electric car, and Tesla's would be really, really cool with a third-party app ecosystem, and it does make a lot of sense. Not only does it add more functionality, but it also could be a nice way for Tesla to sort of shift their blame a bit. Like if you want Apple Music, you want Audible, you want Pandora, if Tesla opens up an app store, then it sort of puts the burden on Apple, Amazon, and other companies to make their own apps. Tesla is no longer the one that's sort of the gatekeeper. Other companies can do their own app and put it on their car, so Tesla doesn't have that burden of having to release those things. And it would be sort of an easy way for them to sit back and make some money. If they take the Google approach or the Apple approach, they could collect 20-30% commission from their Tesla App Store, and they could just sit back, sort of relax, rake in some money with these apps. And I think a lot of owners would be more than happy to pay $5, $10, $15, $20, depending on the app, to get some added functionality inside of the Tesla. Of course, I know there are some inherent security risks. Opening up this API would be a little complicated and could pose some threats. But if Tesla does this right and they sort of, take it slow and steady and they kind of do a gradual rollout, I think there is so much extra functionality that these apps could provide that the reward would certainly outweigh the risks. Next up is another feature many other automakers have, and one that I think will make a whole lot of sense, and I'd personally love to see added to Tesla vehicles, and that is a 360-degree sort of top-down camera. And I've heard some conflicting info on this. Some have said that Teslas already have the hardware, the cameras capable of doing this today, while others say they do not have the capability. They're either missing a camera or an angle, and 360 cameras are currently not possible with the current hardware in cars. If you know, I don't know. So if you do know what the answer is one way or another, let me know down below. And I'm curious if Tesla could add this through a software update. But regardless of that, I think I don't have to state the obvious. This would be very helpful for many people. It would definitely make curb rash a thing of the past. It'd make parking in tighter spaces much easier. It would just be nice to have a better vantage point of your car in certain scenarios, definitely multiple scenarios, parking, whatever the case may be. It would be nice to have this option. All right, now number 5 is a little bit of a cheat, but it's still something I would love to see Tesla add to their cars in 2022, and that is ventilated cooled seats. Now, technically, yes, this does exist in Tesla vehicles. It's in the higher end Model S and Model X, but I would love to see it come to the Model 3 and Model Y. It's something we've seen in other car manufacturers, even similarly priced, if not cheaper cars from other manufacturers, and it would just be nice, especially I'm in Southern California where it gets very, very hot, just to have the ability to sort of ventilate my body as I'm sitting in that seat and sort of cool it down would be really nice, and sort of that combination of cool air and the ventilation would just make me as a driver, and I'm sure my passenger as well, more comfortable as we are in the car. I understand that this is something that can't be added through software. This would be some additional hardware, but as we've seen Tesla add more and more features, more good features to the Model 3 and Model Y, it doesn't seem all that crazy. I don't think ventilated seats is a premium feature that should just be reserved for the S or the X. We've seen the heated wiper pack. We've seen the new Ryzen processor, double pane windows, the new lithium-ion battery. We've seen more and more smaller changes be added to the 3 and the Y, and I wouldn't be surprised if maybe one day later on in the year, next year, sort of out of the blue, we just see ventilated seats just come as a standard option for the 3 and the Y. Is it going to happen? I'm not sure. I'd love to see it. But if we're talking about a wish list, sort of list of features, this is something that personally I would definitely love to see come to the Model 3 and Model Y. Number 6 is another one that makes a ton of sense, and I'm not sure why Tesla isn't doing this already, and that is expanding Sentry mode and sending the events directly to your phone. For example, you know how with smart doorbells and cameras, they send you like a little preview, like a little gift to your phone when an event occurs or motion is detected? That's exactly what Tesla should be doing with Sentry mode mode with your car. Right now, you can stream the cameras live on your phone, which is nice as long as you have premium connectivity. But what would be even better is that if you got motion alerts set up, or maybe even when the alarm went off, you would be able to get a little preview of exactly what's happening. Maybe it's just one camera preview, maybe it's multiple camera previews, just like the security camera systems, like a little GIF that showed you exactly what was happening. I know that some say that this is too data intensive, though I think it would be a small amount of data to be sending to a phone. But right now, when the alarm goes off, for example, in your Tesla, it's sort of useless. You could jump into the live cameras and see what's happening, but unless you catch it at the right time, you're going to miss what happened. You'd have to wait till you got back to the car to see exactly what happened. And I guess even taking that a step further, it would be even better and really cool to be able to view your Sentry events from your phone sort of in real time, that you could go back and sort of scrub through like a Nest Cam or a Ring doorbell to see those events and those motion events. I understand that that is more data and it's more complex and there's a number of things that go into it, but if we are paying $10 a month for premium connectivity, I think we're paying into it, and that should be enough to cover the cost of that data and be worth it. And I definitely think it would be a really nice premium feature for Tesla vehicles. So I'd love to see Sentry mode get expanded even more, and I'd love to be able to check on those events and sort of check on the car more in real time than just the live cameras from the Tesla app right on my phone. I'd love to see that. Curious, you guys think that'd be useful or not? Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments down below. Next up for number 7, I'd love to personally see the refreshed UI from the Model S and Model X come down to the Model 3 and Model Y. Now, I understand the caveat here is that those cars have a larger 17-inch screen opposed to the 15-inch screen in the 3 and the Y, but it would be nice to sort of have this ability to sort of drag around and sort of drop apps around the screen. There's sort of that snap functionality where you can sort of drag and drop things around and they snap to different parts of the screen. This is only on the S and the X, but I'd love to see it come down to other cars and sort of make the UI a little bit more fluid and a little bit more customizable. It is nice now that you have sort of this app drawer on the bottom and you've got a way to quick launch apps, and I understand that there's probably that need for that bigger screen, but if Tesla could sort of shrink it down a little bit, it would be nice if you could sort of drag music to one end and the map to the other, or if you could sort of collapse down the visualizations when you don't need them, or maybe even hide the map altogether if you didn't need it. It would be nice to have sort of more customization with the UI on the cars. I understand that maybe this is a processor limitation. Maybe this is why the Ryzen processor is making its appearance, so Tesla can do more of these things, but I'd love to see the ability to sort of make the windows on the car a little bit less static and sort of learn from the S and the X, or take some of that DNA into the 3 and the Y and make it so you could sort of move windows around on your Tesla screen. It's a little thing, though, that I think would make a big difference in those vehicles. Another software addition people have been asking Tesla to add for years, and something I think makes a whole lot of sense, is some kind of line or queuing system for Tesla Superchargers. Now, I know sometimes the most efficient and most effective system is a low-tech one, but it would be nice, especially at high-volume Superchargers, that there would be some kind of automatic line system built into the car, that when you maybe pulled up, for example, you automatically got your number of your spot in line and were told where to go, where to wait, so everything would be really efficient. Tesla could even take this a step further and maybe crack down on bad actors by temporarily locking Superchargers down during peak hours, for example. So when was your turn to charge, you were directed to the certain stall number, and only that stall would work with your VIN. Tesla would sort of lock down people from cutting in for a period of time, maybe for 5 minutes. It would only work with your VIN. I know another thing that would be nice would be a way to sort of report non-functioning chargers from the screen itself. This one seems like it would be an easy addition. It would be a better solution than just sort of having people wrap the cable around the charger to show it's out of order. It's a little thing here, but for those who do a lot of traveling and, use the Supercharger network, it would be nice, especially at these crowded stations, to have a better system than just a sign. You'd be able to sort of automatically come in and get your number and sort of know which stall to go to. And especially even disregarding that, just being able to report when a charger is not working from the screen seems like it would make a whole lot of sense. So I definitely would love to see some more software additions come to the Tesla cars to make supercharging, or I guess the supercharging experience, better for everyone. Something else I'd love to see Tesla improve this year is their driver profile system. Now, I know this seems obvious, But what if Tesla added this same memory tech to the passenger seat? This seat has all the controls but lumbar these days, and it would be nice if you could sort of set up a couples profile or a carpool profile, for example, that everything went into place when you got in your car. So not just you, the driver, who had the sort of seat memory all ready to go, but the passenger did as well. That seems like it would make a whole lot of sense and would be super easy to add, right? And taking this a step further, my final wishlist item here is for Tesla to make better use of that interior cabin camera. Now, there have been rumors from Elon himself that Tesla is going to start to utilize that interior cabin camera even more. Right now, it's sort of being used for FSD beta access and stuff like that. But beyond just making sure the driver is paying attention to the road, Tesla could take this a step further. Maybe it's to better personalize the experience. So when you got in, the camera could automatically, by using machine learning and AI, know it was you, and it would automatically adjust the car to your liking. It was the AC system, it was the seat, it was media. All that could be automatically done, and maybe the same could be set up for different drivers. If you're an Uber driver or a Lyft driver, I know that vantage point would be very important to capture, and would be nice to have for your safety and the safety of your passengers in the back. So that would be nice. And then Elon himself has hinted at this and sort of said that Tesla has plans to make this cabin camera more useful, to maybe make it used in video conferencing. That was something he referenced before. I'm not sure what Tesla would do, and I'm sure there'd have to be an opt-in process for this, but since that camera is already there, it would be nice for Tesla to better utilize it, put it to use, and really make it useful by maybe having some automatic things done based off what the camera sees as who's in the driver's seat, who's in the passenger seat. Things can be done automatically. Just a thought, just an idea, but something I'd love to see more utilized and sort of better utilized this year in 2022. So I'm curious, what are your guys' thoughts on this? What is your wish list of software and even hardware features you'd love to see come to Tesla vehicles this year in 2022? I know a lot of these things seem a little complicated, but because the cars have so much hardware built in, and because over-the-air software updates are so sort of powerful and easy to change things, it would be nice, and I think it would make a lot of sense for these features to come sometime this year in the next 12 months. Curious though, what are your thoughts? What do you think would make the cars better? What do you think it would make them more functional? And would you use the Tesla App Store? Yes or no? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and I will see you all in the next one.